Hello there, welcome to a brand new Hobby Streak week. Last night I did started my first ever campaign that I'm GMing with Shadow Dark. It's been quite exciting. It was a very fun experience. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm glad to say that the people I GM'd for also enjoyed it. Moving on today, however, today is 2147, and I am going to continue work on these Chaos Cultists from Blackstone Fortress. So today I began highlighting everything that I started last week, starting with the weapons and the black. Then I moved on to the brown trousers and then the red leather skirts they're wearing. After that I started working on their skin tones, and once that was done I then started to pick out any gold highlights or gold areas that I wanted to paint. Which meant I then hit a wash wall after that. I did take about an hour and I think about an hour and a half to get this far, so it weren't too bad. But then I moved back to Black Panther and Okoye from Marvel Zombies. I basically just picked out the vines, the interior of the wood and the leaves on the log, and then I hit another wash wall with that. So I put Black Panther aside and continued with Okoye and just started to highlight the brown sections on her outfit. All in all, a pretty good day today, plenty done. The Chaos Cultists should hopefully be finished tomorrow. Today is 2148, I'm going to continue with the Chaos Cultists, and that's all I'm going to have time for today. Unfortunately, I won't get them finished, because it's really hot in my flat, and I'm having trouble keeping my paint wet, even though I've got a wet palette. Once I finished off the skin, I then started work on all of the sort of straps, bandages, and helmets. Basically everything that I was going to coat with Agric's Earthshade. And then I naturally coated it with Agric's Earthshade. However, that was it. I'd actually even gone overtime by a couple of minutes by then, because there was so much to do. So once again, I am terrible at judging how long things take to paint. I don't want to curse myself, but I'm going to say it anyway. Tomorrow, these guys should be finished, and then I can continue work on Black Panther and Okoye from Marvel Zombies. Watch me not finish now. Amazing. Today is 2149, and I am going to finish the Chaos Cultists today, so that'll be the second batch done. I still need to base them. I still have no idea how I'm going to base these guys, or what I want to sort of base them. I don't know whether base them around Blackstone Fortress, or just so they can fit in with every other army I've got. But it was just a matter of finishing off what I started yesterday, which is all the minor details, and then basically all that was left to do was really the flame, and that was it. I was done, I was out, I was finished, I was happy. But I still had about 45 minutes left, so I jumped straight on to the Black Panther and Okoye from Marvel Zombies. I finished off the log. I got that out of the way. I still haven't finished the entire base because I want to paint Black Panther before I do that. But of course, naturally, when painting Black Panther, I hit a wash wall before I could even really sort of begin, because I wanted to sort of deepen the shading on him before I start the highlights. So then I moved on to Okoye, started painting the red, and naturally hit another wash wall. I only had 5 minutes left, so it wasn't too bad. They'll be dry by tomorrow. They're probably dry right now as I'm recording this, because it's so hot in my flat. It's horrible. It's unbearable. Which of course means that it's also damaging my brushes. It's so hot in this flat that the paint is drying super fast on the brush. No matter how wet or moist I've got that paint, it's still drying really fast and damaging the brushes. So that's the second Chaos Cultist unit done for Blackstone Fortress. I'm going to save the heroes to the end and get them out of the way then. These guys, Okoye and Black Panther, I love them painting these, and they should be finished fairly quickly, and I can move on to more. I also continued with the Mcfarlane Space Marine by finishing off the black, doing the pouches on the back, and starting the gold on the main chest. Today is 2150, and I'm going to finish off Black Panther and Okoye. There's not much left to do at all. I kicked things off by finishing off Black Panther himself, and because he is basically all black, he didn't take long to paint whatsoever, and I like my blacks very sort of subtly highlighted. I don't like really garish highlights like they do on quite a lot of sort of miniatures, so mine is a very subtle colouring. Okoye, on the other hand, took the most of the time today because, of course, she is covered with detail, which is something that Come On love to do. And I really appreciate it. I really like painting their miniatures because it's always fun and there's always something to do, and each model sort of stands out for themselves, apart from, obviously, the bulk stuff. Once I finished off their bases, which didn't take too long whatsoever, I then moved on to the next project. I had about half an hour left, so I started with J. Jonah Jameson and Ben Ulrich, again from Marvel Zombies. Kind of doing these in little sort of batches because it'll just basically keep things faster. As I said, though, I didn't have loads of time, so I basically just managed to finish off Ben's trousers. I thought I'd do a nice little olivey green like colour because that's kind of what we've got on his card. While JJ has some grey trousers, excuse that seagull in the background. These guys aren't going to take too long whatsoever. They should be finished by tomorrow. Very happy with the way Panther and Okoye come out. I'm very happy with those. Can't wait to get the painting guide up on YouTube, probably Tuesday. And as I said, these guys are coming along quite nicely. Hopefully finish them tomorrow. A package also arrived and I'm quite excited. This is the next project that's going to overtake everything else. It's the Star Wars Shatterpoint Certified Guild Squad Pack. Basically, I've got the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I really want to paint them right away, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. In the evening, I put together the Star Wars Shatterpoint Certified Guild Squad Pack, basically because I want to get it ready, because I'm going to spray it up tomorrow, so I can start painting Saturday or Sunday. Today is 2151, and I'm going to continue on JJ Jameson and Ben Ulrich from Marvel Zombies. As I'm only painting two guys today, I'm going to get the vast majority of them finished. Sadly, I won't actually get them completely finished, which is something I was hoping going to happen. Yeah, it just wasn't in the cards, I guess. I sorted out their shirts. Well, actually, I finished off the trousers first, then I sorted out their shirts. And then I started to paint any sort of other details that need to be painted. Sort of how I work is I tend to go for the sort of the larger aspects first, and then work my way down to the smaller. And I always like to leave the skin and the hair till last, because that way it really sort of ties everything together. I think they're looking pretty good so far. As I said, they should be finished by tomorrow. In fact, they will be finished by tomorrow. There's no should be about it. I've only got about an hour tomorrow because it is Saturday, but that hour will be well spent. As I said, it's just the skin, the hair, Ulrich's glasses, and then the bases to sort out, and then we are finished with these guys. I also sprayed up some more Marvel Zombie stuff alongside the Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff because I've got quite a lot of it to do. It's going to be the bulk of the work, the Marvel Zombie stuff is, because basically I went all in and got the lot. Today is 2152, and I'm going to finish J. Jonah Jameson and Ben Ulrich from Marvel Zombies. There wasn't much left to do today. It was a matter of finishing off the skin, which is naturally the first thing I did, and then sorting out the hair, and then just moving on to the base. I've got to admit, I much prefer the Marvel Zombies bases to the Zombicide bases, because the Zombicide bases are just flat, where these guys actually have detailing and everything like that in, which I really do appreciate. I really love the fact that they've actually put a lot more effort into the bases and each individual model this time around. And there we go, that's two more done. I'm not going to start the next set of Marvel Zombies until I've completed the Star Wars Shatterpoint Mandalorian pack, which I'll be starting tomorrow. In the evening, I also decided to do a little bit more work on the Mcfarlane Ultramarine that I'm painting. I basically just finished off the gold and the metal, and now I need to work out on how I'm going to do the symbols on it. I also need to do his knee as well, because I want to do that white, so I think I'm going to break out the airbrush for that. Other than that, though, he's coming along quite nicely. Today is day 2153, and I'm going to start work on the Mandalorian squad pack for Star Wars Shatterpoint. As you can see, everything's kind of like broken down, because a lot of this stuff needs to be painted separately, because I want to do a good job at it. I kick things off by painting IG-11 with a nice coat of Iron Warriors, and then gave him a wash. After I did that, I then went ahead and started to paint the cloak of the Mandalorian, but of course, once again, I hit a wash. And then I flicked between the Mandalorian and I want to say his name's Grief. I really should look that up. but basically painting all the browns on there, and I ended things off with another wash. So basically, I hit the gigantic wash wall. I didn't want to start any other projects. So I've already got 3 paint guides sort of on the go at the moment, and I don't want to sort of overload myself. But other than that disappointing end to the week, all in all, it's been a pretty good week. I finished some Cultists, which I'm happy with. That's all the Cultists done for Blackstone Fortress. And I have started the heroes and the allies, or I can't remember what they're called. Basically, people you can eat for Marvel Zombies, which I'm really happy about. And I'm actually up to date for once, or almost up to date for once, with like a painting guide with the Mandalorian and everything. Tonight I've also got my continuation of the campaign I'm running for Shadow Dark in the roleplay, so I'm quite excited by that. If you've made it all the way through to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed. Give us a like, a thumbs up, and a subscribe, and I will see you next week. Goodbye for now.